In London, a doctor worked out the cholera came from one particular hand pump. They didn't realise it. They thought it came from miasma's infection. So they were going from the mortuary to the maternity ward without washing their hands. So that's what this exhibition is called now Wash Your Hands. Joseph Lister, he saw that the surgeons weren't sterilising the scalpels in between the operations. So he got them to sterilise all the tools, the scalpels that they were using. Because you were a farmer, weren't you? So, you know, the cattle have TB, don't they?
Oh, yes.
And so people were drinking raw milk. They didn't pasteurise the milk. Louis Pasteur, you see. That's how they worked. Heating up the milk to 70 degrees killed all the bacteria. And then we got Jenner. He saw that girls on the farms, the maids weren't getting smallpox. Lots of people were going down with smallpox.
I've never
It's
heard
not
of
all
it.
discovered in the
I
19th
bet
century.
Bert has.
That was then the first vaccine, where they started vaccinations. Toilets, like we know today, the modern toilet, first started when they put them in the Great Exhibition in London in 1851. And they were so popular that people in London were calling for public conveniences. But then in 1857, they had what they called the Great Stink because there was no sewage system. So all the waste from the toilets was going directly into the Thames. So they had to do something. So they appointed a man called Bazalgette, and he put the huge Victorian sewers in London, huge cavernous ones where you could walk down, and they've lasted until today. Now the Romans, when the Romans were here, they used to have sewers, but they didn't have paper. So they had, they thought we were barbarians using buckets in our public toilets. But they had all they had was natural sponges on the end of sticks, so that's what they used to clean themselves with instead of paper, and then wash it out in the running water.
Does everybody have their own, or is it
No,
shared?
and you put it back up for the next person.
Cross infection again, girl.
They didn't know about it though, did they?
Do you recognise that? Yeah?
Yeah.
You'd grate that into your dolly tub and get the hot water to boil it up, and then wash your clothes with your dolly peg. Thing on top that you squeeze the water out of the clothes with your electric.
We had carbolic when
There you
I
go.
was younger. That's the one, isn't it? Can you remember that, Blanche?
That soap is just as good for killing the bacteria.
Yeah, carbolic soap. Yeah.
All the hospitals smelled of it, didn't they, when you went inside? First thing you could smell. I think they scrubbed all the corridors and everything with carbolic. And here's our tin bath, look, ladies.
Bet you can remember that, can't you? Yes, I can remember. How about you, Blanche? Can you remember this tin bath?
Yes. And you know what I used to do with my husband? I used to make him strip for his pants in the conservatory for let him in the house.
Yeah, because it was so dirty.
We were clean, and my mother used to have deli tub and that, you know. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Can you remember that?
Yes.
ladies?
And the dirtier your apron as a doctor, yeah? And more splashed with blood it was. Horrible and gory, isn't it? But the more it was like this, they thought that you had the experience, so they trusted you, the patients did. They didn't understand about germs being on the aprons, you see. In the Elizabethan times, this picture here is all about what you did with your potty once you'd used it.
Tipped it through the window.
You tipped it out into the street and shouted, Gardaloo. Gardaloo. In other words, mind out, I'm throwing the potty out of the window. And then it'd go round the back. That's a louse.
Is it?
They get into your clothing. They can be destroyed by a hot temperature wash.
In America, they use cold water, cold washings, so it doesn't kill them.
They use their washing machines on a much colder wash than we do here.
Can you see a little spot?
Yes.
Well, that's it, the naughty thing.